Morning all. I thought I'd have a morning 5-minute game. Okay, it's going to get tougher now and I'm probably going to lose lots of games. I do wonder on this auto pairing if I should show you all my losses as well as my wins. As you can see, I'm on the border of the 2000 mark now, but my blitz rating, as I say, is much higher. It's actually around 2500, believe it or not, and I've been up to 2620 once upon a time, but that was mostly at 3-minute chess. One of the things about auto pairing, I think it's the main thing, is being able to choose your opponents or not, and auto pairing you can't. So the ratings are much more deflated than the ordinary blitz ones. So anyway, what's going on here? King's Indian defense. I'm not sure actually about my a6, so I'm going to try for this hack attack on the king side and hope that my c7 and d6 squares are holding up. Maybe I could try and encourage white to lock the position if I play b6. I'm hoping, for locking of the position. If white takes the a6 pawn, then I'm not sure that's that harmful. Okay, it probably maybe this is dangerous. In fact, my d6 is really under fire now. So do I want to give up the light squared bishop? I think I'll play rook f6 actually to hold on to d6 a little bit longer. Alright, let's move it to g6 to try and get in h5 and g4. Except I've just dropped the b6 pawn. Oh dear. So am I falling to bits? If I play knight f6 and g4, mind you d6, yeah, do I need to take on b5 first? Okay, maybe just g4, trying to get this attack going with g4. I assume most people on the ICC, by the way, are not going to be using engines. It's a heavily policed server. On other servers, I wouldn't normally play more than 1-minute chess. Outside of Play Chess.com, which I occasionally play, on most of those I try and stick to 1-minute chess to avoid the engine threat. It's not very nice to get crushed by engines, so try and avoid any potential for engine abuse. But I think the ICC is pretty damn good on engine detection. By the way, he's threatening knight b6, just forking my queen and rook. So maybe queen d6 here again. Okay, if I play g4, I'm giving him the h4 square. This is a very difficult position now. Queen h4. What about bishop f6 first? But then there's queen b6 again, which might be more aggressive than before. I would play bishop f6. Well, he'll be attacking d6 though. That's the problem. If he plays queen b6 again, but it's a repeat move, so maybe he won't be tempted for that. I think I'll set this pawn to try and get my bishop to the dark squares. So if I can get him bishop h4, hoping that'll be a little bit dangerous. Bishop h4 to g3. Okay, my queen side might be falling to bits though, but have I got f3 as well if I really want to go to town with lots of sacrifices? Knight f6, try and get rid of that bishop, that annoying bishop. Or f3. It's interesting, it's a typical kind of King's Indian mess now. Yeah, I'm not sure the King's Indian is that sound an opening, but it's certainly it's using the trump card philosophy. You're giving the opponent something to get something else. So in this case, I'm giving the opponent my queen side, and I'm trying to just develop an attack. But is the attack any good here? Maybe queen g3 threatens queen f3, but then knight f5, queen takes f3, knight takes g7. Queen f2 check, follow away. No, there's no queen f2 because of quick queen b6. Unless I decoy the queen with rook b8. Knight f5 seems as though it's going to be really dangerous for me. So I'm looking a bit stuck here. Bishop g3 is also harmless. Knight takes h5, knight f5. I'm not sure knight takes h5 is doing anything. I'll try queen g3. Well, I'm not really convinced by this. So knight f5 and then taking on g7 seems to be quite crushing. But maybe queen takes e4. So knight f5, queen f3, knight takes g7, queen takes e4. Maybe I've got some compensation there. Because his pieces are on the queen side. Except he's playing into my position now with that move. And threatening all sorts of nasties. Oh dear. Okay, what about bishop takes b5 here? Then knight f5. Seems horrible. Knight e7. Knight e7. Yeah, that's interesting. Knight e7. By process of elimination. For other moves are like losing, so quickly trying to eliminate candidate moves there. Oh dear. But then knight f5 is dangerous again. Oh dear. So this isn't great. It's got to be said. So my position's just fallen to bits. Bishop takes b5. I'll play that first to try and deflect the queen away from that diagonal. So rook g8 with very little threats again. Oh dear. What about no? I'm really tied down here. But he's only got a minute, approaching a minute left. But I haven't got much time either, and his a pawn's really dangerous. So is there any way of getting counterplay here? It looks very unlikely. Knight takes. Okay, I'll try and defend that pawn. No, this is pretty dire. My bishop's now on pre, which he didn't take. It was on pre on h4. Is this doing anything? Play queen c5. If I can play queen c5 and try and pick up that a7 pawn. Is that any good? But then he's got d7 coming up. Queen h7, queen f2. That seems pretty hopeless now for me, unless I'm trying to get perpetual here with bishop g3. No, I'm getting mated. Oh, he had queen g6, which I believe was just mating 2. So he just missed the mating 2. I can't believe it. Have I just got a perpetual? Draw by perpetual. Oh God, he just missed the mating 2. So that's not how to play the King's Indian. If we have a look at that, just very quickly, he just had a clear mating 2 here instead of knight takes bishop. He just had queen g6 and queen g7. So where did I go wrong there? I played my beloved King's Indian, and that wasn't very convincing, to say the least. So this bayonet attack I don't really like anyway. You've seen some videos in the past of the bayonet attack, so it's a very fast queenside attack. And you know, I was getting pretty swamped quite quickly. I tried to lock up the position, but then I gave him the b5 square, and then I lost this b6 pawn. I don't know if I should have allowed that loss, but if I play something like rook b8, white's got the advantage on the queen side anyway, so maybe something like knight a7 to c6. But yeah, that didn't help to lose the b6 pawn. Oops. And after that I was really struggling, so I was sort of lucky to get that perpetual at the end. I thought it was all over actually. So the dark square, the double pawn sack just gets some dark squares going, but so losing d6 is not a good idea as well. And this big knight f5, I really just thought that was it. Especially he sacked the exchange to emphasise knight f5, just winning a piece basically. And also there's knight h4 and bishop f6. I was just getting dismantled. So please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.